Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another Fuel Esports broadcast. We are here. It's a later night stream, right? We're starting at about
9:20.
9:16-ish, right? 9:30-ish, or 9:20. Numbers have never been my strong suit. We saw this last night on the Marvel Rivals stream when I couldn't count to one. So
We tried.
It was really unfortunate, but nonetheless, I'm Newt. I'm joined by Dragon today. We got some League of Legends. It's a really important match, right? Again, as we've been saying, we're towards the end of the season, so we're up on these last couple matches of ours, and this is winners finals. So if Fuel wins this, we're up against Illini Esports Blue. If Fuel wins this, they do not have to play tomorrow, and then finals will be on April 17th next week.
All right.
If they lose, they have to play tomorrow at the same time in the losers finals match. And then if they win that, they can then go to Grand.
Okay.
Right? Which would be on the 17th. So a lot of games still, at the very least, there's at least one more game for this team to play no matter what happens after this series. These two teams have fought before. It was a 2-1 loss for Fuel, but as I was saying, and as the whole team will tell you, they don't really count it because I was playing.
Yeah, you were saying that you were. What was your role in that match?
I was jungle. I was subbed in for Yemeni. And I hadn't played the game in, I want to say, a good 3 weeks. And let's just say, there's a pretty big difference between me and the main starting jungler. There's a reason I'm a caster now, right? I left my playing ways a long time ago. But I mean, how are we feeling today, though, Dragon?
I'm feeling really good. A little bit tired. It's been a long day, but just we've been vibing, so I'm excited to go into another League of Legends match tonight. You put it very well. It's important, no matter what. Fuel does have another game. I am very, very curious to see what Illinois will bring to the table, though, and will Fuel be able to bring a victory?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I can remember exactly what they ended up doing. I remember their jungler played fairly standard stuff. He played like Xin Zhao Vi against me. I think their top ended up playing more tanks, if I remember correctly. Their mid laner was playing those control mages, and then I think their bot was playing hyper carries. But it has been a minute. I think the last time these two teams fought was a couple weeks ago, I want to say. It was towards the end of the season, but it was like week 12. But we'll take a look at our roster to see those beautiful faces that you've seen the entire semester for Fuel. And I say beautiful faces, we're still missing one, but we have HDK, we have Yemeni, we have Horus, and then we have Boo and Guru. Boo-Roo, if you would, ending out the roster in that support, AD carry and support role.
And these five teammates have been absolutely dominant on the field every time we've casted them. We've seen hard-fought victories. We've seen heartbreaking defeats. We've seen reverse sweeps. This team has done it all, and tonight, it's gonna think of it as like an exam. This is their exam.
It's the one of the most important matches for sure for them this semester. They have been fighting tooth and nail. This is a Division 2. Right, they've been in Div 1 for some of their other games, right? For CLOL, they bowed out a little bit, unfortunately. But again, the same thing, Yemeni was not really able to make a lot of the games. Scheduling issues have kind of been the plague of this team. But since they've had this 5-full roster playoffs, they've kind of just ran away with it, honestly. I think you saw bracket. I think it was a 2-0, 2-1, or maybe 2-0, 2-0. But they've been having a very, very confident playoff so far. And they're feeling confident coming into this. I know the practice has been there, the prep has been there, they've all been grinding, and they're ready to win this one.
And I think we're going to have to take just a little bit as the teams get ready. We're going to be pushing through. We got a time just to kind of wait a bit. Yeah. We still got to, I think, we got 2 people in the room right now?
Yeah, we have 2 players in the room. I think that's the only thing we could be coming. I believe we're just waiting on a player to get back from work, just held up a little late, which is why we got
traffic.
Which is why we got the push back to about 20 minutes. So we should be coming into fairly shortly as the players will start to get into this lobby.
Yeah, they're vibing.
And we'll start to get the draft going soon. But we're going to take a short break before that, so stay tuned. We'll be back.
FSU service that's open to all Fanshawe students and offers a wide selection of consoles and games. In the Fuel Station, people can play a variety of games such as Valorant, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and many more. The Fuel Station is open at J2018, 10 to 10 on weekdays, and some days could be closed for early private use for Fuel Esports matches and broadcasts. If you want to know more about Fuel Esports, check out our socials, or just come to the room and check things out for yourself.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I bust soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom, vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Welcome to the Fuel Station, an FSU service that's open to all Fanshawe students and offers a wide selection of consoles and games. In the Fuel Station, people can play a variety of games such as Valorant, League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, and many more. The Fuel Station is open at J 2018, 10 to 10 on weekdays, and some days could be closed for early private use for Fuel Esports matches and broadcasts. If you want to know more about Fuel Esports, check out our socials, or just come to the room and check things out for yourself.
Fuel Esports has a lot of student, staff, and players, but other than watching their sick clips on stream, we don't really know too much about them. My name is Joshua Chen, also known as Boo, and for my rest of the time here, I'm going to be interviewing some of the key players that have been involved in Fuel throughout the years. Stay tuned as we have staff, players, and captains talk about how they got started at Fuel and how they've shaped Fuel throughout the years. Welcome back to another interview. My name is Boo. This time I am joined by Fofo. All right, Fofo, I've asked this question to everybody, but how did you get started at Fuel and what has your journey been so far?
Last year, I met this wonderful person named Tina, shout out, and over the summer, she was all texting me, she was like, you should get a job at school. And I was like, okay, what should I do? And she's like, I work at Fuel, you should work at Fuel. So I was like, okay, so I applied, I got the job, and I've been working here, and I made so many friends, and I had so much fun, and yeah.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're also a player as well? Or
I'm a sub in a
you're sub.
team,
Okay, for what game?
Omega Striker.
And how has that been?
I didn't play much, I can't lie to you.
Oh.
But like, I played, I think 4 games total within the 2 seasons.
Hey, but at the time of this recording, just saw nominated for Omega Strikers Player of the Year award.
Yeah. Yay! It's because there's the 3 main players and then the sub. So they.
And nominations and nominations.
That's kind of facts. We had other subs too, and I was the one that got nominated.
Yeah. And then you said that Tina was kind of the one that got you into Fuel. Can you just talk about the community that you've met and what it's meant to you?
Oh, well, I don't know. I've met so many people, and everyone has been so nice. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. Last year, I didn't really do much besides go to class and then sometimes hang out with like Tina and a few other people. But now I have so many other new friends in Fuel and stuff, so I can like go hang out with them too and like talk about games and stuff. So
It's just a good time.
yeah, it's a good time.
Would you say like most of your friends are from Fuel now, or like?
I would say it's still like a 50-50 between Fuel and like my program.
Mm-hmm. And what program are you in?
I'm in BRT, film, broadcasting, and television production.
Awesome. Have you felt like your job here at Fuel has kind of helped you with film, or vice versa, like film helped with Fuel here?
Definitely both. Since my job at Fuel is a producer, and we do like the streams and stuff, and like in film, I'm on the TV side of things, so I'm doing broadcasting, and like a lot of like the live broadcasts are kind of similar to like the live streams that we do here, and like I don't know, just like learning stuff in class, did translate into like work as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. One thing that people have always said about you throughout the year that I've known you is that you're
Really?
extremely positive.
Oh well, yeah.
You just always have a smile on your face.
That's so sweet.
So, how do you stay so positive
Oh.
throughout the school year?
I don't know. I think I just like being happy and positive. I feel like, at least like when I was like more like younger, I feel like I was really the opposite, and I just kind of realized that there's kind of no point in being so negative, and kind of like no point in like I don't know, just being sad all the time. So I was just kind of like, yo, let's switch things around. And I've noticed that when I am more positive, the way other people treat me is more like happy and positive too.
Hmm.
So I guess it's helpful. Like it's just like it's nice to like I'm explaining this so wrong. But like I feel like I noticed that when I'm nice to people, they're nice to me, and
Mhm.
like, I kind of like it when people are nice to me.
Yeah, so you're kind of just giving back and forth.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and I believe you run a lot of the Monday nights as well.
And here we are. We are starting off with the first bands. Take it away, Newt.
Let us go as we are in draft, and we're deep in already. A couple bans coming out. Rise can be banned away from Horus. A lot of teams have started to do this. They've started to pinch Fuel's mid laner pool because outside of those unorthodox champs, he really only has a couple safe blinds, safe, really easy picks. Ashu Nara taken out as well, so trying to weaken up that 80 carry role. Get those hyper carries, get those, safe scaling picks out of the game for side of Fuel. Fuel instead going to take away some of the more, playmaking champs. Aurora and Ari, both very high playmaking mid laners who love to roam. And Pantheon has that global ultimate. He's a point and click stun, a very, very strong champion. So you can already see the two different modes that these teams like to play. Fuel is going to be playing more traditional kind of, team fight comps, whereas Illini seems to be playing these rotating comps, these roaming comps, and these pick comps. And Bessa going to be a great flex pick here in the start. It's going to be a jungle and a top flex, likely more to go top unless Fuel decides to just lock that Renekton immediately.
Ooh, yeah.
But it is not a super comfort for the side of HDK. So we'll see what they decide to do. The Mbessa, just has really good brawl potential, also has really good solo pick potential. That ultimate means you can start a fight, you can pick off a player on side lane. A lot of plays, a lot of playmaking in this kit for sure. So we'll see what Fuel responds.
I mean, I think what Fuel Esports could really do, looks like they're going for the Jhin pick for the first type of champion selection. I think what Fuel should focus on, and I've kind of always said this in previous streams, overwhelming firepower. Bring teams that they can snowball, they can build, and then just absolutely overwhelm.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that. Jin's going to be more of that, facilitator in a carry, right? It's not going to be that hyper carry that you were expecting. It's going to be more similar to kind of what Ashe would be, which is you're playing that CC role, right? Jhin has really far range. You can play max range with that W stun. Yemeni special coming out with the Zac jungle. It's his main. He's a Zac main through and through. He was a Zac top main, Zac jungle main. Now he is able to play the Zac.
Ezreal.
And Ezreal is going to be picked away by Illini here. We'll see. Illinois. It's just Illinois, but without the OS. But I can't figure out how to pronounce it, to be honest.
Illini?
Illinois.
We'll say Illinois.
Illinois. Karma, Ezreal, one of the strongest bot lane duos. Easily just always able to win a lane confidently. They have so much pushing potential. They have so much poke, so much consistent damage, good shields as well, good scaling. Very hard lane to deal with. We'll see what Fuel decides to respond to. With Jhin, you're not really going to have a true answer to Ezreal Karma. You're more going to play to kind of survive. Fuel might go towards their Jhin Tom Kench that they like to do a lot,
Nautilus.
but instead, they're going to play a kill lane. They're going to go Jhin Nautilus. And this is not something we see from Guru a lot. We don't see him play these hook champions. We see him more so on the Alistar, on the Braums, on the TKs, on those enchanters. Very, very rarely do we get to see him flex his hook skills and hit them skill shots with the Nautilus. So,
but I will say, with the Nautilus play, especially going up against an Ezreal and a Karma, if you can hit your marks, they can be a problem. And because I personally play Nautilus, I usually, especially when it goes into the team fight section, I basically try to absorb as much damage to allow my team to kind of come in. Nautilus is really good as that bullet spongy type champion if you build them right.
Yeah, exactly. And they already have two of those now because they have Zac as well. So their front line's kind of already sorted. They have really good engage. We're just going to need some consistent damage and that mid-game threat a little bit more as we start to come in. So
yes.
I'm really interested to see what mid lane's going to go towards. I think Fuel is definitely kind of leaning towards that Orianna right now. So I would be shocked to see Illini not ban it away, to be honest. Especially considering that's one of Horus's comforts.
Well, what's the fourth ban?
That's Aatrox.
Okay.
So that's
the Renekton ban.
Renekton ban, it makes sense. You don't want to give Renekton and Camille bans both are counters to Mbessa, so don't want to give those, especially Camille, which is one of HDK's comfort picks. The Mel ban and that Aatrox ban. Aatrox ban signifies me to a specific top laner, almost like a tank, and then the Mel ban is really, really signifying, he wants to play a mage. And it's going to be that Ori. Yeah, I think Ori makes so much sense. You have a ball carrier with that Zac. It gives you a consistent damage. It keeps your team fight available. Your lanes are really strong as well. So far, you have a fairly safe bot lane that is going to lose a little bit, but they'll be able to kind of farm up. You have a pretty solid mid matchup. Ori Syndra, very, very classic. It really is going to be up to what HDK takes here and how volatile he decides to make the game in top lane.
That's fair. Can you actually tell me, I don't know much how Zac plays. They just look like they're Bob from Monsters vs. Alien, their cousin. But what do they do?
So Zac's big thing is he leaps in from, say I'm doing a little diagram for my co-caster because I don't know how else to explain this, but he jumps from here, whee, lands
Oh.
and knocks up people.
Oh,
And then
so he
like
basically does an
kinda-
AoE
he
thing.
grapples two people together. He kind of just he bounces a lot. His whole thing's bouncing.
Okay.
Uh,
I can't
and-
wait to see that.
And then he drops like bloblets. He could heal with them when he picks them up. He's very hard to kill in a team fight. Zin's going to be taken away for Illini, so we'll see what Fuel decide to round their draft out with this top lane pick. I think you kind of need some damage. You need a bruiser here. I would not be shocked to see, HK pull out like his Jax here. His Fiora is open. There's a lot of picks that are open for HDK here. I'm very
Fiddlesticks.
interested to see what he's going to take. And it's going to be, honestly, I should have said it. He's a Garen player nowadays. And Garen's really good into the Mbessa. However, that does add a little bit of volatility because this character kind of doesn't do anything when he falls behind.
So as long as HDK is able to build them and keep up with the rest of the team, they should be okay. With Illinois' team, so you got Mbessa, Ezreal, Karma, Syndra, Xin Zhao. It seems 4 of them, from my knowledge and my assumption, are very, very magic based. So would magic resistance be a good thing to at least build on defense wise for Fuel?
So actually, you're close. No. For
How
Illini here, they have 2 magic characters. I can't lie.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
close. In hindsight. But that's it's fine. For Fuel, kind of the main play of what Illini is going to be doing is looking for these picks. So Syndra has that long range stun. You can follow up with that Mbessa ult. You can follow up with just some nice Ezreal damage. Their team fights are really going to be, peppering down the enemy with that poke of that Ezreal Karma, and then eventually going in with that all-in, with that Xin Zhao, with that Mbessa, with that Syndra dive. You're also then going to see Fuel, their comps kind of, they're going to be playing for a Nautilus hook or a Zac engage with that Orianna ball on top of it. Get that grapple. Jin's going to be providing an artillery fire from behind. Garen is not going to be in the team fights. He is probably just going to be split pushing most of it. And, I forgot to say it when Garen got locked in, so with my very last thing to say, Demacia! And we'll be cutting to a short break as we're waiting for our game to load in, so don't go anywhere.
I close my eyes, it's not a dream. There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. I swear that I couldn't keep. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. I swear that I couldn't keep. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. It's 2 a.m. in the club and I've been thinking lately about the night that you left and told me that you hate me. But then man, I seen you kissing at that place we always drinking. Is the reason that I'm singing. One more shot is what I'm missing. I know I will risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you gon' fly away with me. The way you lift me up, just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, my fireball. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now. Yeah, and you're still shining bright. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now. And you're still shining bright. I would risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to cry when you can fly away with me. The way you lift me up, I just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, divided love. 'Cause I will risk it all, oh, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't need to grow when you can fly away with me.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are heading into game one, and it's a sight for it's a beautiful sight to see, as we have an overlay for once. And I don't know if you can tell, Dragon, when I actually know when grubs are spawning, I don't have to guess based off Baron's timer. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this one. And I don't know if you see, but I see Pengu Garen for some reason because that was so loud, by the way. I'd like to point out for everyone at home. I don't know if you guys had it as loud. Oh, wait, that's not supposed to be a game.
He's
Huh.
literally a penguin.
Oh, because is this skip? I swear, I don't think we're supposed to have that in. Are we not?
Is
We'll
that
see if
legal?
I'm not sure, but we'll see.
We'll find out if we get rule books.
Yeah, we'll move along and see if that one's okay or not. I'm not entirely sure. Pengu Garrett, I didn't even know if he was still in the game, to be honest. So there's that. But
I don't know. I love seeing a giant penguin with a
Forrest
sword.
laning up mid lane against what I believe was named Third Full Sugar. So some fun names. Boo is up against Ilio and Jackie Love, or JKL. As you're going to see barriers traded early on. Guru is going to hook a minion as he's going to start to fight his way out. Heals are traded. And a lot of ultimates are going to be invested from the side of both teams. And I mean, it's just becoming a little bit tricky for sure as Yemeni is dangerously low. He got invaded here, and it's troublesome territories for the side of Fuel.
And as, you know, this is how... Oh, HGK getting a lot of damage, but does get some trades in. However, the health pool between these two, it's looking more in favor of Illinois. They go for an engagement. They're striking through. HTK, their health is very low, but they're spinning like a Beyblade. Brings the health down. The Ignite goes out, and first blood goes to HTK. The Penguin taking down the first champion of Illinois and going through, making and holding their own in that top lane. In the mid lane, some minor skirmishing. The junglers are doing jungle things. And in the bot lane, some skirmishes. It does look like Guru is taking some hits, though.
We are just going to hut to cams real quick, as actually DC happened. A couple problems with our game. Actually, I think we're just going to be trying to fix our overlay real quick, as we don't have the health bars that we normally would have on the side. As
well, the Penguin got first blood.
Yeah, we did see Third Full Sugar fighting up, as it's going to be it's under the section red blue team frames and blue team's frames, by the way. There we go. Good at what I do. Yeah, I believe we should be good to head back in, as we are here, and we do have our screens. And Third Full Sugar and Horace going dangerously low, 1-1, and that last minion auto took him down to 16
points.
HP, but he did end up surviving, as Flash is going to be traded in the mid lane. Now, reminder, Penguins, the side of HDK got that first blood in top lane, so we'll see how that ends up coming along, as just a little bit of trouble for sure here, as, I mean, it's a good early kill for the side of HDK. Yemeni has picked up his Dark Seal. He's going this AP, tank build for the sack to get a bit more damage on the team. You're going to see Horus going towards this Archangel staff build, as, I mean, this Xin Zhao is in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to fight his way out, but a double knockup by Yemeni is going to be good, as Boo is going to get the last kill with that nice flash. 4-shot. Ilio going to be able to arcane chip his way out of that, as it's going to be a troublesome opening for the side of Illinois.
And that is currently all kills have been on Fuel's end. There has not been a kill yet for the side of Illinois.
Yeah, 2-0 for Fuel, despite
our voice saying 0-0. It is 2-0 in regards to casualties for Fuel.
Not much we can really do about that.
Nope.
But we're our scoreboard now. Don't you worry.
We got you.
Actually, maybe it's always fun when you're Riot Games. When in doubt, just say Riot Games.
Riot
and go
Games,
next, right?
Ubisoft, best company.
But we'll see what we're gonna end up doing, as Boo is gonna be walking back to lane here shortly, and I think that is not supposed to be those kills for sure, as we'll see. It's supposed to be the 0-0. I think it's supposed to be towards the kills. I'd at least hope so. So we'll see as we're waiting up on the rest of this game. I mean, Guru and Boo just going to stay in mid lane. It's a good spot for them now, as they are 1-0. Boo, he's opened up his thing here. Horace and Third Full Sugar. Third Sugar are going to be in trouble here, as Yemeni dashes in, gets that grab, swings him towards. Third Full Sugar is taken dangerously low, but the damage just isn't there.
But that, I can see why, Zach is a bit of a problem. That was a lot of damage that was done by Yemeni there.
Yeah, as he's now going to look to try to smite away these Raptors.
Oh, wow.
A nice invade by Yemeni here, as he's just going to force out 2608, the jungler of Illini, as best as possible.
And now with Illinois kind of falling back again, HDK pushing this top lane, does get the silence out, engages, has to fall back a little bit. There's a heavy advance going on in the bot lane, it seems, It beams that Boo and Guru are advancing as much as they can. They're getting those minions out, but now they're going through. It looks like we are starting up this Drake. Yemeni taking it down to half. They just got to get it down to Smite. They're pushing it through, and it looks like first objective Dragon is going towards Fuel Esports. And they do, taking the Infernal Drake.
Yeah, as a nice opening pick here for Fuel. Hey, great show at least.
Yeah,
You got something, right?
we got something.
I would love to know where my kills are. Also, I think the sides might be flipped.
Yes, they are.
So, yeah, but we're gonna cut to cams as we're hopefully gonna fix up our overlay.
We
may just
love
cut back.
technology.
We may just cut back to the old one, unfortunately, but you know we make do with what we have. It's we're in the end of the times, end of the semester. We're trying some new things out, and maybe things just don't go ideal. But we will be back in very shortly. Not gonna be missing too much action as we're roughly coming up on that first Drake fell, so there's not much else to fall.
Yeah, not necessarily.
We'll see.
And as because this is actually a perfect time for us to really say. So with that first Drake objective taken, and a lot of this being Fuel's favor, this is where Illinois needs to kind of find something in the mid game to really bring this back to an even playing field. Because right now Fuel is dominating on every front.
I mean, it's dominant for sure. Like they're up about 1K gold, but it's not completely insurmountable. The side of Illini scales so well for sure. So it's definitely still anyone's games. As I believe we'll be heading back into game. It's the old classic. It's the classic league overlay. What's a little bit of our extra flair, but we have all of our information back on board. We'll see if we can keep this going. Third Full Sugar has that flashback up, as well as Horus's will be coming out very shortly. So no real kill threats in the mid lane as long as both play correctly. Yemeni's going to have a Haunting Guise as well as having his ultimate up, so I imagine he's going to try to force something. HDK and Hana just going to keep on trading in the top lane. HDK down a little bit of CS as this wave is frozen in front of Hana's turret right now.
And now as the Void Grubs spawn, that puts another objective on the board for either team to go for. They just need that opening. Yemeni going for that red buff that might put them in a window to try and go for the Void Grubs. It's just you want to at least get some kills on the side of Illinois to really solidify that insurance to take them cleanly.
For sure, as Yemeni's going to start up those Grubs. Now, Grubs aren't the highest priority objective anymore, but Zach does them so fast because all of his damage is AoE. So you can already see every single one taken extremely low. So these Grubs are going to fall very quickly. Now he's gonna get just what is a flash smite steal from 2608 is so crazy because it honestly 2 Grubs is kind of just like enough. And now you have no flash, and now you might just die. Does get that Crescent Guard off in time. Scatter of the Weak goes very wide for Third Full Sugar, as Yemeni is now going to look to hunt for some extra camps, but nothing's found. He has to be careful in the jungle of Illinois. I mean, I don't agree with the play, but it sure was fun.
I mean, it worked, and it could be argued that, yes, that was a Fuel victory.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I don't understand why the Xin decided to flash smite the Grub. I mean, 3 Grubs is definitely annoying, especially with the Garen on the team for Fuel who wants the split push, right? But outside of Garen, nobody else really uses the Grub super aggressively or super well. As this Pengu just keeps on swinging that large sword around. He's just having a blast, really.
It's just a Penguin with a giant sword. There's really nothing else. They're having time of their life and goes in for a nice strike, but does get pincered in, and 2608 is here.
He has his flash, though. He should be able to follow away.
He's waddling away.
He uses his W, but a nice public execution from Hana is going to find that pick as the flash public execution. HDK invests both his flash and ignite, and nothing gets back as a nice win for Illinois as they make a nice cross map. Now we'll see Yemeni just farm up his camps yet again. Drake up in 50 seconds.
It took 10 minutes for Illinois to get a kill.
These games can be slow for sure, right? We can have a little bit slower games sometimes.
Especially in this type with how much is at stake, you don't want to make the one mistake that will cost you a objective.
No, for sure. As we'll see Elio get hooked up, but a nice buffer on that Arcane Shift's going to get him to safety. As they're going to fight, Fuel's just going to play for Prio here so they can look for Drake. after Yemeni gets his recall off. Instead of looking at recall, he's just going to run straight to the objective. Doesn't have his item on base. I imagine he needs 800 gold for his Leandri, so I'm not sure how far he is from that. But he is... Oh, he has enough for his Leandri, so I'm actually shocked Yemeni doesn't decide to take the recall here instead. He just wants the Drake on spawn, but he crosses over a lot of vision for this one, and we're going to watch him kind of go for a little trek here as he's going to walk towards this bot lane.
And actually, I think actually Yemeni is going for the Drake.
Yeah, the play is Drake. I just didn't expect him to do it on this exact timer. I thought he would recall it. And Horus gets a solo kill in mid lane out of nowhere.
Okay, and that
okay, cannot tell you how that happened because the Syndra has flash and ghost up, and Horus still has flash. So I think they were just not respecting the damage of the Orianna, but right now this game is handedly in Fuel's favor. I mean, HDK has fallen a little bit behind in the top lane, but Horus is in a very good spot. He has about a 20 CS lead, right? You'll see bot lane doing well as well. Yemeni having both Drakes, as now it's time to bounce as Yemeni's going to have to run away. Guru is going to be the sacrificial lamb as Yemeni falls. Gets put into his bloblets, but there's no saving him as Boo is forced to watch his jungler perish.
And yeah, Ilio taking down Yemeni, making this a 3-3 even in the kill count here. Horus in the mid lane, HGK has fallen back a bit in the top lane. And looks like 20...
Boo is losing so much here.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no mana. He cannot walk up to this wave. He's going to lose at least a plate, at least 2 waves probably. A rough one. Gromp stolen away. A good counter gank from 2608 there to the side of Illini. Gets them back in this game as they're now in the gold lead. Now the biggest thing is going to be yet once again that those Drake lead, right? Now Horus has to trade his flash for the Syndra Ghost, not what he wanted to do, but a nice gank from 2608 is going to force that one out. But he will be able to stay in lane with those upgraded honey fruits as we're on the Chemtech map. HDK takes a blast code right in front of 2608's face, and now he's just going to fight his way out of this. But he's in trouble. There's a Syndra behind him. Horus is here, as Yemeni is too, and there's another team fight on the way. But Guru is the first team member here, but the Flash gets third full sugar out of the way. Hana now looks to try to keep this fight going, but they might just be in trouble. Unstoppable through with that public execution, but HDK has the Demacia, but he cannot rip it in time.
And they do
as Zach
manage
keeps
to
on
escape.
Tracing. No, Zach keeps on chasing. Yemeni wants this bad, but he has to be careful. He can die. Guru now has to get the hook out of the blast code, but that upgraded blast code is going to send Hana to safety as now JKL and 2608 have returned, and now this is a horrible fight for the side of Fuel.
It's a trap.
As they overstayed their welcome and got just corralled into a perfect position by Hana.
And this is what the perfect type of kill box strategy. You use one person as bait, lead them somewhere where they extend so far out, and then you just corral them and slaughter.
Yeah,
perfect execution by Illinois. I'm just gonna say
incredible running, incredible slipperiness really from Hana. I thought as soon as they got away from that Garen ult, I just assumed it would be over, but then Yemeni has to keep chasing. Speaking of, Yemeni ends up getting tower dove there, unable to survive. As Fuel, this game went from handedly in their favor to they're now down 2.5k gold, but they do still have the Drakes, but the damage and the item breakpoints are coming in for Illinois, and it's becoming a little bit harder because their comp is really hard to fight 5v5. It's hard to fight in these team fights, in these skirmishes. Fuel needs to find these picks if they really want anything, or they need to find a big Orianna ult. But instead, the Orianna ult went on that Syndra. She was able to flash away. Guru unable to hit any meaningful hooks in that fight. Horus going to have to be in trouble here as he's just going to fight his way out of this. And third full sugar loses that trade handedly to Horus.
And with them having to fall back, the minion wave for Fuel is just not there yet, so they can't really safely attack that tower.
Yeah, he can't attack the turret anyways because of the fact that there is a Karma around, right? A lot of players are in fog. He's not able to hit that turret, but a nice chunk onto third full sugar means that a skirmish would favor Fuel right now if they so chose to. But I think right now Boo is just not having the best of time ever since, he got kind of lost those 2 waves on that counter gank by 2608. He's just been kind of struggling. A nice hook, but again, that hook just doesn't matter when you can easily, instantly buffer it with that arcane shift. It's why Israel's so hard to deal with from hook camps, right? He counters Blitzcrank, counters Nautilus. See what Fuel can do as HDK has his Stride Breaker. He's looking to keep this fight going. Another short trade going to be done in the top lane. It's not going to go either real way. as Ilio gets shielded up, starts to throw these Mystic Bolts, just looking for as much damage as possible.
As they fire them, they are prioritizing the minions to try and get that wave out to give them enough of an advantage. Boo can use that long-ranged ability to try and get some tags. Guru with the hook. If Illinois just keeps managing to dodge it and break into the back line, that will put Fuel at a bit of a disadvantage in these upcoming fights. But it looks like Yemeni is beating up Shelly and is going for the Rift Herald.
Yeah, the Herald is going to be traded for the Drake because the bot side is way stronger for Illinois. Top side, Horus has had full push on third Full Sugar, as well as HDK has had pretty solid push on Hana. Now, Horus has to be careful here. It's 2608 just runs into the lane and threatens him out of the way, but that Orianna's going to be able to get out in time. Yemeni picks up this Herald as Fuel. They might not even have to give the objective, as they now can maybe play this aggressive Herald, look to try to break mid-tier 2. But a nice save by Yemeni on 2608, or to stop Horus from falling to 2608, and that's actually going to be a dangerous position. He does get the Demacian Justice down, but it's a 1 for how is he alive?
The Penguin's alive!
I don't believe I thought watched him take a turret shot. He's going to TP out.
No,
and HDK lives! HDK with the slip of the century, with the steal of the century, really. As he gets a kill, he walks out and he teleports to safety. And Fuel are now in they're in a great position because now they can reset and look towards this Drake. Now, they did lose top turret for that roam from HDK. That happens a lot, right? HDK is a roaming heavy top laner, which means that the top lanes can kind of, the turrets can fall pretty quickly. But Horus will have his Orianna Shockwave up again. Yemeni has his ult. I imagine, there's no Crescent Guard. This is really Fuel's fight to win here on this Drake.
And if they can claim this, if they can claim both the Herald and the Drake, they got to play flawlessly.
They'd be on Soul Point, really. Fuel would be on Soul Point if they get Drake here, and it's so much harder for Illinois to play, even if you have a gold lead, even if you're winning a little bit. But again, this game is still fairly even. Now, Yemeni has found 2608, but he cannot look to engage yet, as he instead goes on third Full Sugar. Flash is burned, as he's just going to walk his way away. Ilio comes out as the curtains have been called for Boo, and it's going to be a smite fight, and Yemeni does not win that one, but a team fight. We'll see how it goes. The Crescent Guard is back up as Horus is going to fall, and every member of Fuel just is forced to run with their tails between their legs as Ilio keeps on peppering the damage, and it's becoming impossible to stop. The dive comes in, 2608 gets knocked up, and the damage has been done. Fuel has faltered, and Illinois have taken such a lead off that fight.
And the only one left alive is a Penguin, who's up on the far end of the map, taking down some minions.
Yeah, Fuel just, really just either have to go earlier before the Zin gets
How did that not do any damage?
Shield.
He's
dead, by the way.
Yeah, no,
the Penguin's dead. He gets slow chased by
PETA, if you're watching, tune out. Tune out
if
PETA's watching.
This is what Ambessa does, right? She's so hard. She's so sticky. She's impossible to get off of you. Fuel is just in such a bad spot all of a sudden. They're down 5k gold, and it really is just off the back of they had to either go when Xin Zhao ult was still down, if they were calming it, or they just give the Drake. You don't have to fight this Drake. Yemeni goes for a Miracle Steal. He misses it in the team fight. By that point, Xin ults back up, so he could just split the entire fight. Ezreal is literally untouched in these fights. Horus gets one shot, but Horus decides to fight back. Horus is hard winning this side lane right now against third Full Sugar, but he's not going to be able to get the kills. The Ghost comes out, and he missed, I think, one singular Q, which caused the difference between a kill and a death. Or a kill and no. So Horus not able to find again, but Fuel needs to look for some big team fight ults with these Orianna Shockwaves. They need to find something, because right now, they just don't have any way to team fight against the team of Illinois.
No, well, if you look at the kill count right now, it's 12-4.
Yeah.
With Illinois leading with full superiority. They are managing. The main flaw that what Fuel is doing is that they are being basically baited into these fights where the moment that their top player like Yemeni or HDK gets taken out, the rest of the team does not have the damage output to go up against an entire onslaught of Illinois.
Yeah, it's really difficult to fight with your comp
It's
here,
the numbers.
especially when you're behind, and when Horus is split off and he gets picked off right before the fight, by 2608. It just means that you don't have your real true damage and your real, like, you know, the member on your team who's ahead, right? Your Orianna is up 40 CS. She's doing fantastic for herself, but she's not able to punish that, not able to capitalize off of that. The Xin Zhao is kind of just unkillable at this point in the game, to be honest, as Ezreal is untouchable. The Syndra is starting to become untouchable. Fuel, they're going to need they're going to need a a miracle almost at this point to win this as they look to try to pick off 2608. But again, this Xin Zhao is not killable, especially with a Karma Shield. Like, it takes 16 members. Finally does he die, as Fuel may just look to start the Baron on this one.
And as the ultimate gets used, they go for that suppressing fire. Doesn't find many tags, and they fall back. The rest of Illinois is coming for the assistance. You got at least two there. Is that the Penguin? No, the Penguin is still making sure to stay on the top lane, but there is a teleportation. The Ambessa goes back to their main spawn. 3 members in
They're just trying to get this turret. Yeah, Illinois really wants this turret. Yeah, Yemeni is back, but Guru and Boo are so low that they're going to have to give this one in the end. And they get a pick on the jungler, but nothing else falls from it. Nothing comes of it. It's just a little bit of gold in their pocket. HDK gets a split push, but he is going to fall here likely, unless he can sidestep that public execution. He does not, as JKL comes up just to get that little assist, get a little bit of stat padding going, as Hana gets their second kill of the game, their second solo, or basically solo kill at HDK. As Fuel, again, they're in trouble right now. HDK is down, so you don't have your side lane pressure to be able to, you know, maybe make a cross map. You want to play forward these Drakes, but the Herald's up now, and the side of Illinois can kind of just instantly one-shot that if you're not careful. They're in a really tough situation. It is still only, again, it's only about 4K gold lead. It's not insurmountable, but it does feel so much worse.
It's like Fuel at the start in the early game had a lot in lockdown. They had territory, they had objectives, and now by the mid game, now that we have ultimates, we have items built, we have that a lot of people really at their like max potential as for their champions. This is being more favored towards Illinois as the time increases.
Yeah, in order for Fuel to win, they're going to need a ginormous Orianna ult. Honestly, yes. I think you need to see Horus get an Orianna ult that catches more than just one member, right? He's been finding these solo ones on the Syndra, which have been good for the one-shots before that winning side lane, but you need to use these in your team fight, as you are your team's team fight through and through. Forced to probably give yet another Drake. Here is Fuel as Yemeni's pinging towards the Baron. They're thinking about it, but there's just no calm. Hana is going to get picked off maybe a little bit here as the Deadly Flourish comes out, bounces in, and that is a nice opening pick for the side of Fuel.
And a really good first casualty for that fight. It
goes two-man shockwave.
They didn't go for the Drake.
No, a 2-man shockwave. They decided to push in mid, and this might just be the time where Fuel can turn the fight. 2608. Ball is in the middle and tanking so much. Ilio is kind of still a little bit untouched. Guru finds another hook. JKL taken dangerously low, and it's just the Syndra left alone versus the entirety of Fuel, as the miracle has been found for Fuel. Third full sugar will back off. Fuel unable to get the Baron on this time.
Oh, Yemeni's going for it.
Nah, Scatter of the Weak. He flashes. He's hunting. He gets that slow. He gets that knock up with the
get over here
with the Patrol Ward. Fuel gets an ace. They get the Drake, and the game has blown wide open yet again.
And now as Fuel goes for this Drake to put them onto Soul Point, they're striking, and in 3, 2, 1, the Drake falls to Fuel.
Yeah, Drake falls. They're not able to get the Baron off of that, but a very good win, and it's off of the back of an overstep by Hana. Hana gets picked off. A nice one-shot. You're not that tanky when the whole team's there, because Garen, you know, with the Ignite plus that ultimate, that's about 1k true damage alone, which kind of shreds through your entire health bar. No matter if you're not careful. HDK gets away out of 5 people there yet again. And then, you know, they fight in a nice knockup by Yemeni. A 2-man ult on top of the curtain call from Horus. Horus finds both of the carries. He finds Ilio in third full sugar, so he's able to take out the real, you know, true threats of Illinois, as then 2608 just gets taken down. I mean, he tanked for so long, but his team was unable to fire back. Fuel, they're up in lead yet again, and they're now on Soul Point. And as everyone's attention is going to look towards this Baron.
As the Baron becomes now the pinnacle of this, another turret falls. courtesy of HTK in the bot lane, actually.
Yeah, he's just going to threaten ball in. He has his TP, so he's able to do so. He decides to take a little bit of jungle camps for his Rubbles, and that is going to be unfortunate for 2608. It's never fun when, you know, you go to W that many of those jungles, and you're just like, where'd they go?
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Leave a calling card, you know, like what penguins do. They just leave a rock, maybe.
HDK now has anti-heal. He has 3 items. He's up. He's 3 items versus 2.5 for Hana. So maybe he actually starts to win this side lane. Now we'll see, as he is the distraction. And as soon as this Xin Zhao shows, you see Fuel's macro. Xin Zhao shows, and they instantly flip towards Baron. And now this is just a win for Fuel. They're going to get Baron at this point, unless the side of Illinois can get back in time. Fuel's damage is not that high on this Baron. There will be a Xin Zhao coming soon. 6K, 5K, 4K, 3, 2, 1.
Who goes to go? There goes the Fuel!
Yemeni gets the Baron, but the team fight may just go the way of Illinois. They have to be
hold
careful.
on, HTK takes
It's
out Hana.
looking dangerous.
He takes
kills
HTK, he
two.
goes 2. The Penguin falls, but that's a double take for the side. That is a 2-for-1 with Fuel in favor.
But the chase can still come in. Ilio is so hard to deal with. This Ezreal,
Here we
you
go.
see him pumping damage, but he oversteps his welcome, and he goes a little bit too far. He thought he was in a montage, but the only montage was HTK spinning to winning.
And that is a 3-2-1 for Fuel. A very, very
got the
good
Baron.
pick.
They
and
got the
they got Baron.
Fuel is in the driver's seat. At this point, it is their game to lose. They have Soul up in 2 minutes. This Baron will push into that Soul. They can start to take these tier 2 turrets, right? You see tier 2 top and tier 2 bot. Those are going to be your next focuses for Fuel. They're going to open up these side lanes, open up the map, let themselves get free vision, walk in for free. This game has gone from, you know, Fuel winning early to then Illinois coming out of nowhere winning, having a hard lead, a 5K gold lead. Now, then Fuel got one flip, and now it's just been them back in the driver's seat. We'll see what happens, as this game is still really, to be honest, anyone's, but it's definitely Fuel favorite at this point, as it's still a 4K gold lead now for Fuel. 3 items for Boo. He's a strong Jin. It's going to be a 3.5 item Oriana, 4 item, you know, Zac, 3.5 item Garen. And we saw how much damage the Garen did. He shredded both their front line.
Yeah, that was a problem, especially
He
like
one-shot 2608. Like, I watched him
well,
evaporate.
2608 was there, and then he was just gone.
And then so was Hana. Hana evaporated just to being spun at. Like, Fuel.
Don't mess with a penguin and a sword.
And you
That's
see,
what I'm
right,
learning.
they start to push the side lane, right? They get this. They're going to get this tier 2 turret to plot. Now HDK is going to pressure towards top with those Baron waves as Fuel is going to start to rotate. However, Ezreal is so far pushed up right now, and he has sniffed that he might just be in trouble as Ilio meets up with HDK. And what can you really do as an Ezreal up against a Garen as the Demacia rains down?
And that is a fall.
And that's going to be another pick on a third full sugar.
Unless you just say
a nice scatter of the week, but I think they're still in trouble. Yemeni can find the leap there as he finds the slow, and the damage is going to be done. Third full sugar, just delaying the inevitable. Both the carries of Illinois have fallen as Fuel now have free drink guaranteed.
And kills are tied, and they're actually now besieging Illinois' base.
But this is a great example to show that the kill board doesn't really tell the whole story, right?
Yeah.
Because Fuel was down in kills, but they were handily in the lead because of the shutdowns that they got and the fact that they got a lot of objectives, right? They've had so many objectives. They have 2 more turrets than the side of Illinois, as now free Drake likely just to come as Full Sugar does not have TP, nor will be alive in time for it. So it's going to be a 4v5 for the side of Illinois, as they may just have to fight or may play for a miracle steal for 2608, because otherwise this game may just be curtains. You know, as Jin would say, it's the curtain call, right?
It is.
We'll see as...
Well, the attack starts. Yemeni, a little bit at quarter health.
Ilio, the main damage, is already down to a quarter HP.
Yeah,
As 2608 comes in and
Fuel got it!
Yemeni wins the smite fight as HDK rains justice from above, and he kills that one. Demacia screams yet again as HDK keeps on chasing. JKL is going to fall as Fuel now ping towards the Nexus.
This is the chance. They are on. They have Soul. They have Baron.
No, they can't end on this timer, but it is. It's basically, you know, not to jinx it.
Not to jinx it, but it's.
But it is so hard for the side of Illinois to come back at this point. I mean, all your team just has no
They
sums.
still could.
You have no flashes. You have no sums. You have no turrets. You're fighting up into a Chemtech Soul now. against a Garen who is this ahead. Turret siege is happening. You don't really have any clear wave clear. Really, your team does not have good wave clear either. The Jin ult comes out as he's just going to pepper some damage in. He finds 2 shots, misses his 4th though, unfortunately. It's the one that matters, by the way. But, ooh, a nice shockwave on Ilio comes out from Horus as the damage has been done. Hana may be in trouble, but HDK, he may have overstepped as now the True Shot Barrage goes wide. Fuel back off.
And now with the True Shot kind of going far, and this is allowing for Fuel to kind of be pushed back a little bit, but it's not going to be
They're just going to
enough.
recall, spend their gold.
Literally, it's just they're going to recall, spend their gold, and then just come back in full force.
Yeah, they'll be able to push. They'll be playing 2 lanes, right? So bot lane already has super minions, so it's going to be forced at least one person to respond for Illinois. So what's going to happen is you're going to see Fuel play towards top and mid here likely. As well, I say that, but HDK might just bush cheese because he's a bad person.
Oh my god, that damage!
Yeah, HDK could have actually got that kill. He thought the ult would kill and he backed off. But instead, got one more auto off. That would be the kill. That's why you saw him kind of turn back. That's going to be 4 items. 4 items across the board for Fuel, basically, as it's, you know, the items, the gold, everything is in their lead. They may look to just try to finish this off with the next Baron to secure a guaranteed win, right? Would be the Baron. 2608, though, may have been found in his own jungle.
And they were found as Boo and Guru start their advance in that mid section
You're just going
of
to
the jungle.
threaten Baron. There's no need to play fancy. There's no need to,
Yeah,
overstep on a side lane or on a lane. You can just play cleanly, get this Baron, get this objective, and then use those Baron-empowered minions to push these side lanes, as I was going to say. So, Horus just going to keep the pressure, keep the wave clear up on side wave, but he needs to make sure not to get over pushed, right? Horus has happened. It's happened a couple times where he will, he'll be pushing on side wave and gets picked off by 4 people when Baron's spawning. But it seems like here he has avoided that fate, as he's just going to play to zone off the members. Fuel hits this Baron. They're starting it up, but they can look for a turn, to be honest, because they're so much stronger in the team fight, as they are just going to back off and let the side of Illinois walk in.
And are they going to just defend Baron from Illinois before going on
Look
the
at the
attack?
minions bot wave, though. Fuel, one player is forced to respond. That's what I'm saying, right? The
the
super
minions
force a player to respond. That's going to force Hana to respond to your bot wave.
Someone has to, because look.
As soon as Fuel realizes that there is a player on their wave, unless they're just going to let the minions attack their wave, I mean, Fuel have free time. The time is in Fuel's favor. JKA all falls, and the minions start to hit the base. A nice public execution from Hana, but I don't think it's enough as Horus gets a massive shield. He does fall to that unleashed power from third full sugar. A 4-man scatter of the week as the carries of Illinois try to do their best,
It's
but they're
not
just
enough.
fighting up against 3 beefy characters of Fuel as they're going to TP in, and that is going to be
Attack.
game 1 going the way of Fuel Esports as they take a 1-0 lead in our series.
As the tower falls, the Penguin leads the charge. It goes down. They're striking the Nexus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Newt, and boom.
Yeah, they will take that win, and they'll put a statement on this series to start it off as Fuel now match point, and also, their grand finals point, right? If they win this, they will go to grand finals. It'll be a very, very dominant approach, as that game, it was back and forth a little bit, but once that one mistake came out from University of Illinois where Fuel kind of just got an ace after their top laner, after Hana got picked off, right? Hana got picked off. As soon as that happened, Fuel was in the driver's seat the entire game, and they never let go of the gas pedal. They just kept it coming.
Yeah, after that simple mistake from Illinois, Fuel was able to snowball that into everything. And they were able to take out Baron, take out a Drake, go back and take down a tower, and they had full map control, objective control, and then they also knew who on Illinois was the main threat to take out first in these team fights.
Yeah.
The moment they were taken down, it was game over.
Yeah, and I also want to, Fuel really just had incredible, Illinois just kind of gave them every objective, honestly. Like,
On
the
a
first
silver
2
platter
Drakes were given,
sometimes.
Grubs and Herald were all just given for free when it was an even game state. So I'm not sure, maybe Illinois is going to go back to the drawing board, see if they can fix that up, as they'll now have, it'll be their side selection. We'll see where they decide to go. All these picks are out of the playing field again. Remember, this is Fearless Draft, so none of these are available to be played. So we'll be back shortly with Draft of Game 2, so don't go anywhere.
I close my eyes, it's not a dream. There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. I swear that it couldn't keep. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. 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 There's so much more that I can get. Let me wonder what we could have been. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. I swear that I couldn't keep. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. Close my eyes, it's not a dream. Close my eyes, it's not a dream.
Welcome back, everybody. We are a little bit late coming into
Lightning
draft
round.
as here we are. Fuel is on blue side as Illinois took red side, and the Fiora has been picked away from HDK. Volley Bear, Cho'Gath, Renekton going to be taken from Fuel, so it's going to be Volley, Jungle, Cho, to a mid, Renekton top, so that's going to be a very bruisery, very tanky front line for the side of Fuel. Illinois, Fiora, Aurora. Fiora is very good at killing those tanks, so that's a lot of bruisers, a lot of tanks for a Fiora. Aurora, nice burst mage as well. Nico going to be the support locked in for Illinois. So Illinois is missing their jungler and their AD carry. Fuel's missing their bot lane. We'll see what they decide to do. Now, bans did change up a little bit. We saw the Poppy ban come in for the side of Illinois to counter ban, and then Fuel decided to ban the Bard instead of banning the... They banned a mid laner.
Yes, I forget which one.
Aurora. They banned the Aurora, and it got picked.
Yeah. Oh,
So, seems like there was a little bit of adaptation there. So we'll see what Fuel decides to do. Kais is going to get banned away from Fuel by Fuel because they don't want to give that extra dive because, Aurora, Nico dives in. Kais great to follow that. Braum, Jinx going to get banned away. Jinx a hyper carry. Play off the picks that Cho'Gath Volley can kind of generate. Braum just really, really strong with a lot of melees and a lot of auto attack based characters, which Volley and Renekton are. We'll now see what we're going to be heading to with these next couple picks as Fuel's going to take their last ban.
and as they go, I wonder what kind of will be the strategy because it seems that like Fuel Esports and you've heard me, so the Shadow BP joked about this at the Fuel Awards. They're going for that that Lightning War style thing.
Oh, okay. He didn't say the word, guys. He didn't say that. He didn't say the line.
No, but they're going for that type
Say
of
the line,
attack though.
Bart.
Yeah, there are. The Wukong coming out from the side of Illinois.
A very strong bruisery jungle. Again, Illinois jungler loves to play these classic bruiser team fight junglers. Xin, Vi, Wukong, Jarvan, these types of picks, right? We'll see what Fuel decides to take for bot lane as there's a lot open still for sure. Varus, Kaisa, and Jinx taken out of the carry pool. We could see, the Boo maybe go towards his patented Smolder. He loves that one. Hey, there's the Boo Twitch. There's Sivir open.
Oh, if I see Twitch,
Lulu, Cog Lulu could happen. Could be Sivir Lulu. This could be okay, no, can't be that one. I lied. There's a lot open still on the AD carry pool, to be honest. This could be a lot of things. Lulu's very, very strong, though. Very strong into the Nico as well. It's going to be a ranged matchup this time. Ranged v ranged. Interested to see what Boo's going to round this out with. As
I kind of
team
hope to see
is
the Twitch because the
I
Twitch
think
was brutal last time.
Twitch Lulu's not bad. I wouldn't be mad about the Twitch. I wouldn't be mad about a Cog. I wouldn't be mad about a Sivir.
Sivir.
I think Sivir makes a lot of sense. She's really safe. She can survive the dive of that Nico and that Aurora and that Wukong. She can spell shield the Nico ult. She's just able to keep that wave clear up to push out the players of Illinois and keep the Fuel having wave clear because they really did lack it, to be honest. Zeri.
What do
Zeri
they do? I've never
Nico.
seen them.
Lightning. So lightning's fast, so they're fast.
Okay.
Basically, I don't know. They shoot their gun, which is actually their Q. Their auto attack is their Q. They're a weird character. But they just keep kind of shooting. That's their auto attack. Their actual auto attack is like a zap, but it doesn't sound like that strong. She has a laser. She can dash over walls. She can kind of wall ride.
Okay.
Through walls, as far as what a Bard portal can do. Remember seeing Bard's little magical journey portal?
Oh yeah.
She can do that, but it's just her who goes through
Okay.
it. And then her ult lightning bursts everywhere, and then her autos get empowered, and she gets movement speed. So
Solid. Okay.
it's a good team fight comp. She's a hyper scaler. She needs to get those items. She needs to get 3-4 items. Excuse
So
me.
as long as she can snowball, she'll be able to hold her own.
She needs to get late. This game has to go late for the side of Illinois. It has to go late for both teams, to be honest. Because Siffer, Zeri are both scaling 80 carries. This one is going to be a farm fest, to be honest, in the bot lane.
We got a Nomad, you got a Witch, you got a Crocodile with anger
Actually, a
issues, you got a...
Bandit. Good try, though.
Oh,
Bandit.
so we have a Bandit, a Witch, a Crocodile with anger issues, a Demon, and a Bear.
Or a Bounty Hunter. That one. Bounty Hunter. My bad.
Bounty
Whatever.
Hunter.
Same difference.
Same thing.
And then we have a Magician Rabbit.
Okay.
We have a Duelist. We have a Shapeshifter. We have a...
Literal Chinese mythology.
We have, Sung Wukong. And we have a Lightning Kid. So it's a good strat.
It's a good balance.
Good teams here. It's gonna be the bot lane is gonna be very passive, to be honest. I imagine. You might see some trading through the supports, but Both AD carries kind of just want to farm. Top lane's going to be pretty volatile, and mid lane might be volatile because it's always volatile when Cho'Gath's in the game.
That's very
So,
fair because if
interested to see
Cho'Gath
how-
can build, it can be a problem.
Yeah, interested to see how this is going to go. They're up 1-0 in the series, so we will take a short break. We'll be back with game 2.
It's 2 a.m. in the club and I've been thinking late about the night that you left and told me that you hate me. But then man, I seen you kissing at that place we always drinking. Is the reason that I'm singing. One more shot is what I'm missing. I know I will risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you gon' fly away with me. The way you lift me up, just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, my fireball. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now. Yeah, and you're still shining bright. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright. I would risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you can fly away with me. The way you lift me up, I just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, divided love. 'Cause I will risk it all, oh, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't need to grow when you can fly away with me. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no
And we are here with Game 2, Fuel Esports on blue, Illinois on red. This is match point. Fuel wins this, they move on. If they don't, then they go into the lower bracket. We're hoping for a victory. And as the minions spawn, everyone gets ready. It looks like we might see a Renekton Fiora skirmish right in the top lane off the bat.
Yeah, here.
That's a lot of damage.
Gonna fight out into Hana. Early lane is gonna favor that Fiora level 1, so we'll see. It is going to be somewhat even trades, but that is not great for the Renekton going forward. They both took Ignite in this lane, so it's going to be a kill. I mean, top lane is going to be the action this game, I think, pretty confidently. Both junglers going to be pathing towards top lane. Both junglers very strong early game, so we'll see how it's going to go.
And as we know how it goes, sound like a broken record, the first couple minutes of League is just bot farming, minion farming. Ooh, I can see the test bar at the bottom. We got Google Chrome, we got Microsoft Edge. I see 9+ notifications on Discord.
You're just a bad guy, bro.
Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, we're going to cut to cams real quick as we try to fix that one. That one's a fun one. I have never seen that one before, I can't lie. Yeah, shout out the PCs. Shout out Windows.
Shout out Windows 11.
Out Windows. Are we on Windows? We'll explain it.
I think it's Windows 11.
It's Windows 11?
Nah, NVIDIA DLSS 5.
As we are missing some early trades. I watched a Rupture go a little wide there for Horus on
Yeah, we can see it on this side. You can't, but we can.
Yeah, I'm going to keep casting. As nice trades coming in from the mid lane. And I mean, it's just going to be pretty neutral here until we get to both junglers kind of showing up towards that top lane.
Yeah, now as they kind of go into the top lane there, you can see a minor skirmish going on the bottom lane as well. No kills yet.
HDK's far under his turret, though. I mean, he's
Yeah.
just in trouble here for sure.
It's now that black screen is lovely.
Yeah, now we can. We're going to...
Okay, no, we're getting some heavy tech issues, so
Yeah.
unfortunately we're going to have to take it to a quick break. We'll hopefully be right back, but don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everybody, as a first blood came out from the side of Illinois.
I cursed it.
Yeah, we actually paused, by the way.
Oh.
That's why there was no kills yet. But because a lot of kills are coming soon, I fear, as Yemeni, let's try to pick off 2608, and a nice rupture.
Nice!
The rupture plus Stormcaller is going to find a double kill there, but the kills cannot come out as this Fiora has double buffs, and she is becoming unstoppable. Horace unable to find the rupture. He looks to try to get a flash, but a good flash trade by third Full Sugar means it's going to be a 3-1 lead for the side of Illinois. This Fiora is in the danger zone for the side of Fuel.
And now that makes the Fiora priority target #1 in these upcoming team fights. I'm loving this rapid fire lightning blast coming out from the side of Elio, but it looks like it's just not going to be enough. They do manage to get pushed back by Fuel just a little bit. I forgot for a second that, no, like, Fuel's blue now, Illinois is red.
Yeah, you gotta... It takes a little bit, but Boo is just running low on mana, so he's going to have to recall soon. He gets his health back with that spell shield of that Ultra Shock Laser, as it does seem to be a reset here for Fuel. Fuel, bot lane, going to be in a pretty good spot. They were winning out on the lanes, and somehow HDK got a shutdown.
I killed the Fiora.
Yeah, he somehow just 1v1'd him. I guess he had Ignite up. I mean, the fight looked so close, but the Ignite difference ends up winning it out, so HDK getting himself back in this one, and Hana's lead starting to fall, because that was actually a double buff. It was a double buff Fiora that lost to a Renekton.
Skill issue. that's what we kind of chalk that up to.
Yeah, you know, there's not much else you can say.
Like in the Dark Souls community, we say get good.
As my #1 Dark Souls community member right here, Dragon, says, get good. But here, Illinois, they keep on fighting going. We'll see if 2608 can find anything, as he's just going to keep on clearing up his jungle. He's coming up on that level 6 spike. Going to be drugs plus one more camp, so ideally he finds this raptor or this scuttle crab respawn. That's usually what ends up getting level 6 nowadays for jungle, is getting the second scuttle crab. But we'll see, as both junglers just going to be full cleared up in top lane. And Yemeni is going to have a first push here, but 2608 has responded in time, and actually Yemeni might be in trouble if they decide to do anything.
And it doesn't seem there is a channel going out. It does get canceled, and it looks like we do see... What's happening here?
He's just kind of, they're just kind of baiting each other, cancel and recall, seeing if either other chickens out, as neither does. Now top lane is going to be left alone. Horus finds third Full Sugar yet again. The silence comes out, the damage, but a nice hop away with that from that Aurora is going to mean she'll be able to get to safety. But Horus finding a lot of damage with his Hail of Blades and these Vorpal Spikes. HDK pulls out the Dominus as he's going to look to try to get this fight going. Does not get parried. Hana tried to parry his W auto, because instantly after that Q you expect the W auto, but it didn't come out. HDK delayed it a second. The parry does not find anything as HDK gets his second on the board.
Is that a giant pizza? Boo has pizza.
Yes, yeah, the pizza delivery siver. Sorry.
Okay.
Took me a second. Yeah, her whole thing's like she has a boomerang, so it's a pizza now. She throws pizzas.
Extra cheese!
That's actually pepperoni. Right,
Pepperoni with extra cheese. That's my go-to.
The more you know, guys. We learned so much on the Fuel Esports broadcast.
Yes,
really.
we do.
But here, again, this game is kind of dead even now. Really good top lane plays from HDK so far. In this series, to be honest, especially this game, as that Fiora could have been really dangerous if she started to snowball out of control. But now he's able to equalize, has that Bramble Vest, so he's able to stop the healing from Hana, able to fight in the 1v1, should be able to win that out. Lightning Crash comes out because that Zeri hit level 6 first, as well as the Nico Boo taking dangerously low.
Damage.
But Guru thankfully just ticks the ultimate and gets that wild growth off in time. But Fuel are still in trouble under their turret. They're going to have to recall, but a crucial level up timer there from Guru to keep his AD carry alive.
And it looks like Drake is up, but no one seems to be in a position to really go for it yet. So it's just kind of waiting there.
Horus looks to be in trouble, though, in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's not good.
Between worlds into the Cyclone as a flash follow, and Horus just going to have to accept his fate, as now two big ultimates used from Illinois, but that's going to be a kill onto the Cho'Gath. Getting him behind in this one is going to be pretty crucial because it's hard to come back as Cho'Gath, as now Drake
still not going to be open for anyone. Contest on the red buff here for the side of Yemeni, looking to try to fight 2608 off of it.
And
As
now,
yeah, they're fighting. They're fighting on the red buff. I mean, Yemeni
yeah,
and
no, we gotta fight. Yeah,
2608
we gotta fight there.
I mean, Yemeni's just going to absolutely shred him, really. The Stormbringer finds it, and third full sugar. You don't want to be here. That's a volley bear.
Run, sugar, run.
As Yemeni picks that off, and now he can look to try to get himself an objective. We'll see. I believe he's probably just going to go towards the grubs, judging by the fact that his top laner and mid laner have push right now. He is just going to elect to grab those void grubs for free. Yet once again, get the first objective on the board for Fuel. Yemeni, a great invade there off of the forced play. However, Guru in the bot lane just fell in 1v1. I mean, he let Boo get out, but this lane's becoming really hard. Horus picks off third full sugar somehow. Flash feast, actually, that's how. I imagine, you know, he screamed at him and then silenced him, right? Scream silences, and then he flash ate.
Fuel got the void grubs.
Yep, Fuel got those grubs. Boo, nice 1-for-1 in the bot lane before he dies. Hana taken so low as they are forced to channel this recall. HDK thinking about a dive potential. He has that Dominus. It would be pretty easy.
They could, but I
He's
think
just going to force Hana away, not wanting to overextend.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that if he flash W's, they parry it, then he actually, either he could die or probably more likely they don't get the kill. As a nice cancel.
The ignite.
Does the ignite tick down enough? I think that should.
3. No.
33 HP. As in the meantime, I mean, the Drake went the way of Illinois.
It did go.
Yes.
I didn't even notice that.
That's what I'm here for.
I mean, I honestly was expecting the Fiora to kind of get burned there, but they were very, very lucky to get out alive with just a sliver of their HP.
Yeah, HDK unable to get another auto off in time, so Hana gets out safely, ignite burned. HDK no longer able to really pressure his 1v1 kill pressure. Wukong has Cyclone back up, so I imagine you're going to see something probably toward bot lane as Boo has no flash or barrier. However, neither does Hortus, so look mid or look bot for this Wukong's gank, as it's giving mid, except for the fact that I just have to clear that sweeper. Oh, bad, whatever.
Well, we see a heavy engagement going on in the top lane.
There's another brawl here, top lane. HDK, I mean, he just kind of owns this lane at this point.
Yeah, HDK actually managed to keep up and not fall behind and actually kept this Fiora in check. This Fiora can't snowball as much as they could have.
If anyone knows how to keep a Fiora in check, it's probably the guy with Fiora in his name.
Yeah, that's fair.
HDK777 hashtag Fiora, right? Feels like he might know a thing or two about Fiora.
Maybe.
So he's able to get them out of check. Horus, nice rupture there to stop the chase on him, as both the Cyclone and Between Worlds are still up. Yemeni's just going to re-invade here. And I mean, jungle for Illinois. As the guy who got invaded in Game 2 on repeat by this same jungler of Illinois, I am feeling very vindicated right now.
Yeah, and he's
watching
mad.
what Yemeni is able to do. The Stormbringer goes a little wide, though, as I think he missed the W, and that's actually an overextension for Yemeni, as he misses a couple things, and he gets picked off as the kill feed now reads 6-7.
And
in favor of Illinois.
And as it actually increases, there's a chance that it can get tied up as long as this skirmish, probably again between HDK and Hana, goes HDK's way. We do see an attack going off in the mid lane, the bot lane. Fuel is pushing back just a little bit. They are falling back to the tower. In the bot lane, you're going to see just a lot of picks and tags. You need to wait for an overextension to really get a kill in the bot lane, at least in this certain spot. HDK recalled, same with the Fiora. It seems that's a stalemate for the top lane battle in this case.
Who has hubris? I'm not... is lethality Sivir back in the game, or is hubris that broken right now? I know it's strong, but I still wouldn't expect to see that. As
oh, you mean the item? I thought you meant like hubris as like the thing.
No, the item's called hubris.
Okay.
Illinois, though, has the gold lead right now, right? Not what you would have expected from, how the games are playing out, but it really is bot lane. Bot lane has a 20 CS lead. Boo is a little bit in trouble here. HDK going to keep on threatening Hana, win out of that lane, but Boo has fallen behind. He gets his role quest finished, though, so he'll be able to start to climb his way back in EXP in gold. Throws that Q, but he's in trouble as 2608 has shown up. Boo is just going to have to try to fight his way out, try to kill Ilio if he can, but nothing is going to come of that, as it's just going to be a 1-for-0 for the side of Illinois, as now third full sugar going to come up towards HDK. He's forced to use that dominus and thinks about winning this, but this is a 2v1 potential, and not just potential, I think it's a guarantee, as HDK is untouched. He just completely one-shot Hana, and then, I mean, third full sugar just tickled him.
Yeah, like Hana was there. If they managed to, if Full Sugar was able to do a little bit more damage and a little bit more rooting and stunning, they could have done something. But here's Yemeni coming in out of left field.
Dodges that Tangle Barb from
Angry
JKL,
Bear.
as JKL is going to not be able to save his jungler, as Yemeni finds another pick, and this Wukong is struggling in the 1v1. That's kind of just how this matchup goes. Again, Fuel finding some nice cross maps, top side winning very heavily, but bot side is struggling.
And the amount of health on that
Steady
top
even.
tower, it's not looking well. I think the first tower, at least for top lane, is going to fall on Illinois' side, which is going to be Fuel's pick.
I think so as well, yeah. And gold is dead even, 24.9.
Oh, a nice.
A hit by Horus, and this could just be one more of those, and third full sugar's dead. One rupture plus flash ult, he's dead. He has to be so careful here. That's the power of the Cho'Gath in this lane, as Horus, just gonna spell shield away that Ultra Shock Laser yet again. Just gonna try to play Q range, W autos on the wave, just try to get as much CS as possible, get himself into XP range. He is gonna get zoned off that cannon though, unfortunately. As now you see Guru coming up towards bot to help. That was a Nico in the ward.
Now the second dragon has spawned.
He's looking to start it up, but his bot lane does not have push. I don't think he can do this set safely, as he does get scanned out, and now he's going to look to try to punish the bot lane of Illinois.
And as
Yemeni looks to try to go in, he's looking for an engage.
Here we go.
He just gets absolutely shredded. Between Worlds finds 3. Horus has TP'd in, but it might be too little too late, as that's just a small Cho'Gath in a big world. Ultra Shock Laser finds 3, and that's going to be the Drake going the way of Illinois.
Yeah, and as that's going on, the battle between the Fiora and the Reactant in the top lane, it doesn't allow either HTK. The bright side is it doesn't allow either HTK or Hana to actually go into this team fight, which means you are down a heavy damage dealer. But it looks like it's not going to be enough, as it looks like Fuel has been pushed off this, and now this Drake falls to Illinois.
Yeah, HTK found his pick, but the problem is, right, because Fiora's in the top wave, and because Fiora is a split pusher, HTK, who is far and away the strongest member and able to argue, like, completely win a team fight on his own, is not able to join these team fights.
No.
He can't leave his lane alone. But Yemeni returns,
Hold up.
and that is going to be a pick on JKL, as now 2608 is the next target on his hit list, but he cannot find it. The rupture goes wide. The 1-for-1, as Yemeni and HDK are trying to bring their team back through this one. Horus finds some nice picks. Again, it's just bot lane is the lead right now. Bot lane is the reason that Illinois is still in this game. Double Drake, bit of a flip perspective from last time where Fuel had 2 Drakes and they were down in gold. Now it's Fuel down in gold, up in gold, but they don't have a single Drake to their name.
But still, we saw this, we've seen this happen in the past where Fuel has won games while being on an objective deficit.
It's definitely possible, you know, going to start to snowball, get these objectives going forward, right? If they only let 2 Drakes up and the next 4 go the way of Fuel, it's going to be a very different story.
Even if they manage to maintain 2 and bring balance.
Yeah, right. But like the biggest thing is you just don't want to give Soul over. That's what stacking Drakes can do, is it gets you towards Soul so much easier. Souls are so strong right now, as it's another Chemtech Soul. We're back-to-back Chemtech Souls. So we'll be seeing.
Is it randomly generated, or can you pick which one it is?
No, it's random. So what it is the first 2 Drakes, right? And then it is a random selection between the rest. So the first Drake's random, second Drake's random, but the Soul can't be either of those 2.
Okay.
Whatever the third Drake is there for the Soul.
Okay.
So as soon as the third Drake is summoned, we see Chemtech, then we know every other Drake to follow in this game until Elder will be
Fuel got the Rift Herald.
Fuel gets Herald, so both top side objectives go the way of Fuel, but Horus might be in trouble. He tries to Rocket Belt out his way, gets a nice rupture, and he's actually just able to walk out calmly. Double ult invested for the side of Illinois, finds nothing but a Rocket Belt.
And in regards to that, is that like a good spending? Was that an expensive escape, or?
Rocket Belt's an item.
Oh.
And it's like a 45-second CD. You see that one? How it's already almost done? That's the only thing he used to walk away from 2 ultimates.
Okay.
So a very, very good spend for the side of Fuel. A rough spend for Illinois because you want to find picks with those ultimates. Those are your real big pick ults. So
These high-velocity pizzas going the way of
HDK
Boo.
is currently hitting the tier 2 turret against Hana as it forces players to come up.
What's
so
HDK's build like? Because that
it's
looks
an
like a lot.
Eclipse.
Yeah, that's a
So
lot of damage.
Yeah, what it's he basically every 2 autos or every 2 like abilities you get a shield.
Here's Shelly.
Shelly spawned in the bot lane just to get that turret off the picture, out of the picture even. As now you're gonna see HDK channel that recall, fake it though a little bit. He's gonna stay as the pressure he's able to provide at least forces maybe 2 people to respond coming soon, right? I mean, Hana is just having not a good time in top lane.
No, and then in the mid lane
might
here,
be in
Ilio.
trouble, yeah. The bot lane push goes well for Fuel, and this gold lead has blossomed to a 3K1 as that's going to be a full combo on the clone. But Yemeni finds JKL, and they can't even get the Pop Blossom off if they wanted to. That's going to be another turret falling for Fuel as the mid turret likely to come next. And actually, Oris just solo killed Ilio,
Yeah.
by the way. I think he hit a rupture, and that guy died.
And then now it looks,
turret's
yeah,
dead, yeah.
the pizza goes through, destroys the mid lane turret.
Look at top
The
tier
top
2.
tier 2 is almost already eliminated.
It's 19 minutes in the game, and HDK's just been solo pushing this one. Now 2608 has come to rescue his top laner, but is there really any rescuing when I'm pretty sure you get 2v1'd?
Can I say the word?
Go ahead.
That's a blitzkrieg right there.
He said the line, guys. You're waiting for it.
Well,
No,
that's
I mean, no, that
literally
is the definition of a blitzkrieg.
That's
I get it.
literally
Yeah.
what's going on right now, and this is where it's putting Fuel in such an insane spot. We're at 45 seconds till next Drake. If Fuel can hold the rest of this map like this, they can at least eliminate maybe 2-3 members of Illinois, go and take a Drake, and they can start stacking these objectives.
What Illinois wanted to do was punish the ball lane of Fuel even harder to get them out of the game as much as possible, but the Wukong and the mid lane and the Aurora are forced to answer top lane. HDK getting this far ahead is letting his AD carry get back in this game, letting his bot lane play the game. It's letting Horus get back in the game. He started this game 0-2. He's 4-0 now. 4-2. Yemeni as well is able to fight in as this game is in a very, very good spot for Fuel.
And now it looks like with Baron Nashor has been summoned, we have another engagement in the top lane. It looks like the Fiora and the Wukong are trying to work together, but HDK does fall back. Might look towards starting up this Baron. I just don't feel comfortable doing that, given that you have 3 members of Illinois
They are
literally
not going to
hovering.
start the Baron anytime soon. Drake is up. The Drake is the focus. Yemeni gets the Drake as
Oh
Fuel
yeah, this is
collects.
exactly what I was talking about. They can secure it and just allow someone, and 3, 2, 1.
That doesn't kill Yemeni. Yemeni, that doesn't kill. Yemeni,
Yemeni,
no, he wants Cho'Gath ult. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot. I forgot Cho'Gath ult exists. Yeah, you want to give Cho'Gath ult stacks.
Okay,
On Drake. Sorry.
I was
That
wondering
one
like,
is on me.
okay, I was panicking a little
Yeah,
bit.
but I know this. Like, I shouldn't be panicking because I knew what the play was. I don't know how I missed that one. But now Horus is going to start to barrel in on this tier 2 turret bot lane. So both tier 2 turret bot lane and tier 2 turret top lane are shortly to fall. In fact, somehow the tier 2 turret bot lane was the first one to fall.
Yeah, somehow tier 2 top.
And now HDK is getting 4-man, so he's just going to play out. And I mean, if he can buy time, it's good. But what this is what Illinois is looking for is they're looking to pick off HDK and then get the Baron. But instantly trying to one-shot Ilio is HDK, but he will fall. And now the Baron may be opened up, but Ilio taken so low means I don't think it's possible. Yemeni is here now, gets warded off by that Ultra Shock laser. He has to be a little bit careful as he's kind of walking in alone right now into 4 members. Or he can just be fearless and do it.
Yeah, because Horus and Boo are here as well. They did manage to regroup in time to assist Yemeni in case something went south. And now they're actually invading Illinois' jungle and stealing those buffs, which is just going to be a little bit. There's, of course, the Crocodile. And now it looks like they're going to start attacking Baron.
Yeah, we'll see how, what Illinois can really respond with, right? Their only real threat right now in this game is their Zeri. They need their Zeri to be in these fights, but she doesn't have her ultimate, and her build is all centered around her ultimate. Her damage is all ultimate-based. It's going to be forced off of Baron as Yemeni gets that Scuttlecraft. Horus is taken a little low, but he's able to get out in time. The Between Worlds found a lot of value. HDK TP's in, and that's the raid boss showing up.
And now as HDK begins some type, it looks like a flank. They're going to try.
I think he's just going to go wave, I can't lie.
Yeah,
We're just going to go back to side lane. The Baron play is ended.
we thought there was going to be a play.
The whole point of it was just Fuel needed to stop Illinois from doing it because that's what they were trying to do after picking off HDK. Now that they've officially stopped it, they fully forced them back, able to now recenter and just play their side lane, play their classic 1-3-1 comp that they've been going for, and just keep on the pressure in these side lanes, keep the pressure up everywhere because Illinois has to respond. And they're just going to start to stack objectives. You know, Ilio, though, gets a nice pick on Boo. And that's what you have to be careful of if you're Fuel because Ilio is still so strong. Horus gets picked off, and this is an overextension. Horus forced to flash out as the Zeri is the carry. Right?
Yeah, but we can see Yemeni going through.
Starts to fight out, and he will get one, and he's just going to flash out. As that's what the Volley Bear can do. HDK gets the tier 2 turret top. So it's a 1-for-1 in the end, favoring Fuel.
And now 13.
Now more fights coming in. You see Zeri dashing in aggressively in the mid lane.
Yeah.
But a beautiful flank from HDK here is going to thwart any opportunity as he pulls the Dominus, and Hana likely to fall unless HDK can't catch up. He can. He's just a slow little croc. So somehow, some way, Illinois walks out of that safely.
But it looks like now Yemeni is starting up the Baron, and it looks like it is going to be favored. The damage output, it's a lot. It's going to come
There's
to
no smite fight. No, you know
Nope.
why there's no smite fight?
Why?
Because Cho'Gath Ultimate does 3k true damage.
Oh. So
Case
just
in
like that.
point. Yeah, that's a guaranteed fight. Guaranteed ult basically thing every time. Now he's how many stacks is Cho'Gath at actually?
I don't know.
9 stacks for this Cho'Gath, so he's getting real tanky.
Is that
Not a real
bad?
problem. No, that's good.
Well, it's bad for Illinois. It's good for
Yeah.
us.
So with Cho'Gath, you can get epic monsters and champions as unlimited stacks. For normal minions, monsters, and like pets, you have up to 6.
Okay.
So you get those 6, and then you start to get the rest, right? So he has 9 total, so probably full maxed out on the 6 plus, which is the 2 Drakes plus a kill we saw. I think I had to guess. So not too bad at all for the side of Horus and Fuel, who have really just taken this game completely by the reins.
They really have, and it's snowballed, especially like you said, like HK probably knows Fiora like the back of their hand. They kept them in check and have not allowed them to snowball. You have Yemeni on the Volley Bear, who's been able to push these heavy suppressions, these stuns, and the Cho'Gath with these heavy pushes. It's a lot of it's the heavy power of Fuel right now with at least those 3 champions alone is showing what happens when you leave them unchecked.
Yeah, it's so difficult to deal with for the side of Fuel. Or of Illinois, rather, as they're going to look to try to force a play on HDK yet again, because it feels like it's their only real angle. But HDK, you're too late, Illinois. He's already killed your Fiora.
Yeah, but I don't think...
You will be able to get the kill in the end. Is Ilio unable to, or HDK unable to chase that? He doesn't have the flash. Otherwise, he would have definitely just flash turned. That's a second Drake up for Fuel. Another Cho'Gath stack as he comes up to 10. And again, you know, you find these nice little picks on the side lane, but what good is it doing when it's a 1-for-1 still in a 1v3?
That's the thing, like...
And it would be even more. It would be a 1-for-2 at the very least if HGK had flash, because he could instantly just flash one-shot Ilio, I'm pretty sure. So, just another turret falls. All tier 2 turrets have fallen, and now it's just the tier 3 turrets. Meanwhile, Fuel still has a tier 1 turret alive.
They still... And that's...
Bot lane tier 1. Like,
oh my god.
every tier 2 turret is gone, and a tier 3 turret has fallen for the side of Illinois, as Fuel still has a tier 1 turret and every tier 2 remaining. This game is... I mean, it's
We're not
only,
trying to jinx it, but it's
only a
looking
4K gold lead, but it looks completely dominant, and Fuel has been taking over.
This is where, and this is actually where, at least to play on Devil's Advocate here, Fuel cannot open a simple mistake. They cannot open the door.
Yeah.
They gotta be very, very careful.
You have to also. This game is not over because look at this Zeri, look at this Aurora. They're both still really strong, especially this Zeri. 3.5 items coming up. Once she gets that IE, this Zeri can one-shot your front line. Fuel has to get on top of her.
Horus got another kill.
Horus picks off the Nico, so no pick there for the side of Illinois. But again, all eyes on Illinois. It's a full heal Zeri angle. Yemeni looking to get engaged on as he takes a lot of damage. He's taken dangerously low, but he's able to just Stormbringer out. Ilio ults up, but the shots are going wide, and he can't find much value with the Speed Hunter bolts as his ultimate runs dry. He's run out
And here's
of
HDK!
spark. HDK picks up 2608, and that might just be curtains, as the Zeri, who needed to find value with his ultimate, didn't find anything.
And yeah, and now Illinois is falling back. The tier 3 tower is down. The Cho'Gath at the start and taking out this inhibitor to summon the Winions.
HDK Fuel gonna siege mid turret, and then they're gonna walk towards. You see the top wave, right, where Yemeni's going to grab it?
Yep.
Fuel is now gonna push towards top turret. They're gonna try to get a double inhib going as Yemeni gets that wave out. Now he heals himself up off his own rugs. Try to keep himself in this fight as best he possibly can. Instead, Fuel's just gonna reset, realizing maybe it's a little bit of an overplay. Stay. We're a little low. The Zeri is her ult to be back up shortly because she has that ultimate, ability haste with that Fiend Hunter bolt. And again, 4-item Zeri now on the board. All eyes are on Zeri for both teams.
This is getting scary and absolutely intense. Fuel is at the doorstep of Illinois. Mid lane tier 3 is down. Mid lane inhibitor is down, and they are pushing. This is almost final fight territory for the side of Illinois.
Yeah, but I mean, this game can still swing either way, especially with how strong the Zeri is. This Zeri is a problem. Unless he gets picked off here, the Rupture finds him. But is it a bait? It seems like it may.
It's a trap.
And Horus's HP gets eviscerated as Ilio keeps on firing forward. The Between Worlds comes out, and Boo is going to be caught in no man's land as Baron is not up, though, so there's nothing they can do about it.
No, there's 50 seconds.
50 seconds, so Fuel able to survive, but it is still a good swing for the side of Illinois, and that's what you have to be careful of. Horus thinking he's unkillable. He's able to walk up, finds that pick, but it's a trap play. There is a Nico in the wave. She ults him up. The Zeri gets out in time, gets the damage off, and is just able to pump through Fuel.
Fuel got pummeled, and it was a good trapping play by Illinois. They baited them out very, very well, and I think if Fuel is doing very well on comms, they just know, hey, let's just not have that happen again.
Yeah, the thing with how Illinois is going to play is it's full protects Zeri at this point. So if you ever see Zeri alone, no, she isn't, right? That's the call you have to be making. If you ever think Zeri is alone, disagree. There are 3 people around her likely. Ana might be in trouble as, again, this lane still has not gotten any better throughout the course of the game. But this Fiora, a real team fight Fiora, this one. Not a split pusher for sure, but let's see. The real way Fuel can kill Ilio is if HDK gets a flash stun, or if Horus picks another Rupture up and Yemeni's able to follow up with a flash stun. They have the tools to do so. They just can't be... it's hard full front to back. Maybe a flank from HDK is really going to be the real winner, because full front to back, Zeri can just shred through. You saw how fast Horus died, and he had so much HP. He has some armor as well, and he still just fell. He folded like paper, really, as now Fuel looks to try to hit the Baron. They have to be careful, because this Baron does a lot of damage. This is the one that does like 1 million damage, by the way. I learned there's 3 different types of Barons the other day.
Okay.
This one just sends lightning that does like 20% max health for fun to everyone. So this one's far and away the hardest to take, and it's the easiest to lose a game over. So Fuel have to be careful, as now we're looking.
That doesn't sound legal.
It doesn't, exactly. So the other 2 don't do anything, basically. But this one, you just have a 1 in 3 chance to lose. Now Fuel looking to try to take up, grab this objective, grab this break. Pick on 2608. Reminder, kills don't really matter unless it's the Zeri that falls. As 1 pick falls, 2, and Zeri. It's a complete montage for Ilio as Fuel.
Wait, quadra kill.
A quadra kill for Ilio. And again, the game, the fight, nothing matters for Fuel unless this Zeri can die. But no flash now for Zeri. That is the saving grace of Fuel. And again, there is no player on Illinois, truthfully, other than this Zeri at this point in the game.
Zeri's kind of carrying Illinois.
Zeri the carry, bro.
Zeri the carry.
It's a nice pick on third full sugar. Is just disrespecting Horus. Fuel will be fine. They're still in the gold lead, but now Soul Point on the board for Illinois. And this is the 80 carry show from Illinois. No flash, no ghost. He is killable if Fuel can get on him. HDK has flash, Horus has flash. These are the cooldowns you have to pay attention to. and Baron is going to be where they're going to have to do it. But GA is up. Ilio has GA now. He can get, that means he has a second life. He gets revived.
Oh.
This Zeri may just send us to game 3 at this point. I have no real words other than that. Megan gives me a little chuckle because we all know what happens. We all know here what happens if this goes to game 3.
I won't be.
But we shall see. As
Curse
Duel,
you, London Transit Commission!
Duel now starts to take this Baron. They're going to start to barrel through the health bar as already 8K. They're willing to take a flip because, again, they always win the smite fight.
But they got to take out Ilio.
But they have not found Ilio, and Ilio has found them. The stun comes out. Ilio is taken low, but it's a resurrection, and it's just a Lulu left alone versus 4 members of Illinois, as this game may have just been given to Illinois off the back of probably the greatest city carry performance we've seen in a while. Like, I mean, Ilio is just playing lights out this one and is really putting the carry in 80 carry.
They're playing their role very, very well. There's nothing really to say. We have to be honest. Ilio is doing really, really well, keeping Illinois in this game 2 to go into this match 3 potentially. However, things can change.
Yeah.
Never know.
Things can change, but now you have no flashes for the side of HDK or Yemeni. You do have a flash for Horus, however, crucially, no GA on Ilio now, so you only have to kill him once.
Yep.
But if you noticed, the rest of the team just didn't die because you have to use everything to kill Ilio. That even if they're not doing that much damage, they're not that ahead, right? This 2-7 Wukong still is doing damage in the fight. This Fiora is still doing damage in the fight. Fuel, they're constantly starting to fall apart. You need, now your Boo is on 4 items, but when it's 4 versus 6, it just doesn't seem as nice, right? Flame Horizon here on the Zeri, on the Sivir, struggling in this one for sure. See if Fuel find the answer. As 2 minutes until the next objective means that the side of Illinois can just stall until the flash is back up for Ilio, and arguably he's unkillable at that point.
But here we go. We do see a flank coming out from HDK, and Yemeni goes to Boo. The Hana is being taken down. However, Ilio and JKL are there. They're going through. You need to be careful.
Boo forced to flash over the wall because of the Zeri being there. He cannot look at her.
No, you're scary.
Cannot look at the Zeri. You must just run. As Guru gets hit by that Tangle Barb, and he... that did so much damage. That Zeri laser just one-shot him.
Yeah, ouch.
Guru forced to recall this. Lulu not finding too much value this game, nor the Sivir. Fuel. Looking bad. I mean, now Flash is back up for Ilio. You'll have the GA up in about, let's say, I can do this.
Carry the one, divide by 3.
2 minutes, I think. I think 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know how long a GA CD is. I should know this. I think it's 180 CD. No, maybe it's 180 seconds, so then it would be a minute and a half.
And now as...
Actually, just sells it for the BT, so I don't even have to do math anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Ilio. But no thank you, Ilio. But still, I mean, yeah, BT now means there'll be a little bit more survivability as well. It also has that Mercurial Scimitar, so if they get CC'd, they can cleanse it. They can just leave.
They can just walk all over this.
I'm looking at this game, and I don't see a way that Zeri dies at this point in the game. I feel like you'll just need to play front to back and hope that your Sivir can pump damage, and like maybe the bouncing blades just go towards her. Maybe Horus finds a flash eat. Like Horus and Yemeni both have their flashes back up, so that's something you can maybe look for something on Ilio. It's going to be Drake in 20 seconds. Fuel forced to fight this because this is sole point for Illinois.
And they have this Drake fight is going to determine whether or not Illinois takes this. In my opinion, this is game battle.
Yeah, this Drake does. This Drake wins the game. Winner of this fight wins the game. So we will see what the fight ends up looking like. I think Fuel needs to stop.
Oh, you confiscate all my pens.
I think yeah, no, that's on purpose. I think Fuel needs to stop for pure front to backs. However, Ilio is not here right now. Fuel needs to punish this timer.
They can do this.
Is not here, but Ilio finds their way and dashes in on Yemeni. Yemeni is not able to buy enough time. HDK picks off third, full sugar, but Ilio has been untouched this entire time. And the Zeri just keeps on shooting. The lasers keep on coming, and Ilio is unstoppable.
But 3 members did manage to survive HGK by the skin of their teeth. And look
That
what he's
means
doing.
Yemeni is alive, and he can steal the Drake. Need to just walk through. Tries his best, but he falls. HDK looking to try to get a split push because at this point it feels like you have to win through side lane because there's really no other hope for Fuel. HDK and Guru live. Yemeni cannot get in to steal the objective as he just gets shredded by Ilio.
And now as this guy, I'm
We
speechless.
have the GA back now, so second life's up, but no flash. But that does that matter when we have the second life?
Yeah.
And Fuel has 1 flash on their board, 1 ability to get onto Ilio, which is HDK's flash stun, but you have the cleanse.
What?
You have a Horus Rupture maybe, but that's a dry. You're trying to hit those. That's hard to find. Yemeni can dash in with a Stormbringer, but it's slow. Like, Fuel, I just don't see how they do it.
I'm gonna have faith. I'm gonna have faith that they do pull this off. There is a way. They just need honestly, they need to just isolate Ilio at this point. Not even necessarily get the casualty. Just try to keep them distracted enough. Maybe on like a wild goose chase or something. Get them chasing you. Bait them out.
Yeah, this game has become so
Like, look,
so
we have 3 currently in the bot lane. They're chasing after the Fiora. We got 4.
You can't leave your lanes alone because they'll just be able to easily break through your turrets. Inhib's going to fall at this current state. Now they are on flank. You see both Boo and Nukuru being on the flank looking for something, but side of Illinois, they're not going to make these simple mistakes. They're just going to play nice, simple macro. They're going to take tier 2 turret, and then they're going to rotate towards their top, back off as Baron spawns again.
In 5, 4, and it looks like
It's going to be gone. It's gonna perish, honestly, instantly. But Fuel actually gonna be Illinois baiting Fuel, trying to get them to walk in for the Baron instead. Fuel look to try to get the waves pushing, getting any sort of damage, any hope that they can find on this game.
yeah, and some tags come out, not enough to really initiate. We might see a fight begin here and now. It's getting close. Horus is considering trying to start, does silence out, but gets the clone of the Wukong. There's Hannah, the Fiora coming out with...
Positioning, but
what's going
Yemeni
on here?
finds
Okay,
third full
here we
sugar.
go.
Does that really do much of anything? I mean, honestly, you can pick the Aurora all you want. I don't think the Aurora is really in this game at this point. He's forced to use the Stormbringer away defensively. Fuel fighting tooth and nail, but again, the raid boss has not been touched. However, the ultimate for Ilio was burned. That is a crucial point. That's their main damage source is through their ultimate. Now, they are still just a 6-item AD carry regardless, but they do not have their ultimate. Fuel decide to start the Baron up.
And now, with Illinois on the back line,
Nice
they have to try and go for this
used,
steal.
though. Big redemption. Fuel gonna look to try to just finish the smite here as Wukong is late to the pit. Wukong stole the Baron!
The Wukong took it!
And Fuel may have just lost, but Ilio gets shut down.
Wait,
and
Horus
the
takes
Baron
out.
may
Wait,
not
wait,
have
hold on.
mattered as Ilio is taking
Ilio's
the
down!
game. And Fuel, Boo, the last second savior. He pumps the damage when it's needed most.
And the pizza takes out
He finds
JKL.
another. Horus TP's into the base. It's going to be a 1v1
Wait, hold
against
on.
him and the Fiora.
They're going in!
But
They're going
Guru
in!
and Boo fall to third sugar. Can Horus beat Hana? I don't think so. There is no end. This game is not finished as Fuel overextend on a chase on the Aurora and fall a little too early as Horus gets a little overzealous on the teleport. But gods can bleed. Gods can bleed, but Horus is going to fall, and that's a bad pick for this. Never mind.
Oh, my, excuse me?
Where did he go? He does fall, but I mean, Dragon's speechless. I'm, to be honest, a little speechless because that guy disappeared, truthfully.
What?
I love watching League with Dragon. It's so much fun. It's so much fun casting League with Dragon. He's just a
I'm an
It's
animated
just-
guy.
I don't know what else to see. You just get shocked at every single thing that happens. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Well,
Elder Drake is up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. At this point,
Illinois
honestly,
steals Baron, but somehow that becomes like not even a Pyrrhic victory for Fuel.
yeah, at this point, this game is actually kind of anyone's because Fuel. What was the big lead was the fact that Ilio was kind of unkillable and had so many items.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Boo, he's only half an item down now.
Yeah.
He has clawed his way back in, and this Ada carry can now start to pump damage as well. So what was the lead was the fact that how far ahead Ilio was. Now players have started to get the same, right? Fuel, you see Yemeni, you see Horus, and you see HK all full build already. Boo is close to being full build. Guru's 1 item off being full build. The whole game is coming up to being full build, except for the Wukong, who is a little ways away, I'll say.
I mean, how did the Wukong is
He's
so
2 items away. He's really far behind right now in this game, but not much you can really do when you are kind of the facilitator for your carry, right? See, as Elder spawned in 30 seconds, control has been gained by side of Illinois. Third full sugar taken low. Horus forced to back out as Fuel. Hey, we'll let you have the Elder. We're just gonna, they're thinking about maybe just trying to push the game, push the wave, force the side of Illinois to walk into them. That's when they do best.
And now as Hannah comes in, Yemeni goes for the strike. Horus is there. Guru Boo is trying to go. We do see the Ilio come out.
It comes in. Ilio fires on. Horus gets away in time. Yemeni needs to fall as Ilio's ult will run out as long as Fuel kites this. Nice damage from Boo as he picks off 2608. And Fuel have gotten back in the driver's seat. Ilio has no ultimate. Boo does so much damage now that they may have just found the answer. They're forcing the recalls. Elder cannot be taken because Boo, Guru, and HDK are looking to push this base. They're getting the inhib. Now they back away. It'll die. They have Yemeni hitting up this Elder, and there's no jungler for the side of Illinois. Horus might be in trouble, but it actually seems
No,
like
it doesn't
Ana
matter.
is the one in trouble. Ilio is left alone, but what good is it if you're alone when your team is nowhere to be found? And what does damage mean when it's just the damage dealers? No front line, and Fuel may have clawed their way back into this one as the Elder looks to fall. The waves start to crash, and Fuel lock it in.
They slay the Elder Dragon. I'm staying, I don't care. The last bus at 12:33. We're 30-30. We're coming in. Come on, Fuel!
I believe this may be the sign of the times as Fuel start to barrel into the Nexus. They're going to look to end this one here. Horus has TP to match as Fuel have Elder, and that will mean the players of Illinois will fall so quickly. Boo gets saved by a wild growth. Yemeni goes in, and the turrets have been disabled. Boo finds the Wukong. He finds the turrets, and Fuel have booked their ticket.
3, 2, they won!
Fuel have booked their ticket to Grand Finals, as we will be taking them next week as they look to get another chip for Fuel Esports, the League of Legends team coming out to play in a 46-minute banger of a second game.
A 2-0 sweep for the side of Fuel Esports.
But it
in an
didn't feel like
insane
one.
map 2. I thought you were going to map 3.
It did not feel like a 2-0 sweep at all. Fuel climb back out of nowhere. Ilio just not able to carry his team over the finish line as Fuel find their footing. They find their wins.
Producer, please, can we see a replay of that real quick where we saw the tide turn? Absolutely
Clutch Baron
insane.
play. Yeah,
the
let's take a
clutch
look
Baron
at the
play.
Because I think what happens here is Illinois, because they knew Boo was behind, they ignored him. And he just kind of shreds damage because that's what Sivert does best, right? He does get hit here. He gets away. He gets ulted. And just see Boo pumping damage. He just keeps on firing. He gets another Q off. It does so much damage in the middle as I almost keep on Jackie Love. That's a player who goes by JKL, by the way. Boo finds another. I mean, just a beautiful play. Again, they go a little bit overzealous here, right? Here, the real play is you should just recall and then recenter yourself for the next thing because you have a 3-1 lead. You stopped their Barons pretty much, but Fuel get a little overzealous. The TP comes in to Nexus. That was really never ending the game. Boo just kind of overchases, dies to an Aurora, but things happen like that when a fight like that, when a game that seems so lost gets won in a fight, overheats happen so often. fueled out, able to come back from it, and they were able to stabilize the game. And it really felt like the gold lead just didn't matter. It felt like Ilio was just a non-factor as these fights started to come on.
Yeah, it just seemed that in those final fights, they kind of invalidated the power that Ilio had. And you know what I'm curious about?
But
We have 2 players in the room.
I would love to hear their thoughts on this game. We're going to have to take a short break as we get back with an interview. Welcome back, everybody. We are joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Boo himself, after a 2-0 sweep, but it didn't feel like one.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty close series. I think if we did end up going into that third game, we're still very confident that we can take the series. But thankfully, we were able to close it out in 2 games so that our friendly caster over here can go home on time.
Yeah. Talk me through what was kind of going through your minds in that game, too, once the game kind of starts to slip out of your grasp, right? I'd say both games, you guys kind of had a spot where you were not in the lead. So what really gets you guys back into those games?
Honestly, I don't think at this point in the season we aren't super stressed out about anything. We can make those bad plays, but we have the ability to bounce back every single time. I think my teammates just love giving me a heart attack every single series, so I'm just used to that roller coaster.
This was the team fight that really brought the game back
Yeah.
for game 2 for sure. I think they just ignored you because you were so far behind. But you're still just like a 3-item Sivir.
Yeah. So
They just can't ignore you.
Yeah, once I start bouncing, it's really good. I do a lot of damage. This Aurora here
World's-
just raw ulted
World's
me.
largest overheat here,
I
by
was
the way,
waiting.
but it's okay.
I was waiting for her. I didn't know she had ult, so I was waiting for her to Q her E, but she just ended up raw ulting me. This was
Why does he kill
That
this?
was so
Yeah,
insane.
what happened there?
And the crazy thing is that he does this every game too.
Yeah.
If he's not 0-10.
If he's not 0-10 indeed. Yeah, we're just gonna watch the highlights, but this game really was just highlight reel after highlight reel. Really.
This was really good. We were able to disengage from the Zeri after she ulted.
Yeah.
We isolated the Wukong away. Me and Hudson just ended up killing her. And then we had really good position walking into mid, so we pressured the mid wave. If they follow us, we can just turn on them. If not, then we can just take their whole base, and then we walk back to Elder. And then
It really did feel like the change in tide was before you guys were just kind of fighting in, just playing. Hey, we're so far ahead. Let's just kind of hit them, right?
Mhm.
But then Zeri got ahead, and she started just shredding with ult. As soon as you started kiting it, the moment you kited it, you want to fight.
Mhm.
It really is just that's kind of the deal with Zeri. But Dragon.
I honestly have really no words or no questions. I guess my main question is, Grand Finals is next.
Yeah.
So what is going to be your takeaway from this to potentially get a victory like this, but not have a situation where you feel like, oh my God, we're losing so badly. What the hell do we do?
I think we just have to keep playing. We've had a really monster playoffs. I think we've swept
have.
every opponent so far. So ramping up into the playoffs, we've been really good. Coming into this series specifically, if I can talk my stuff, we had a little bit of a chip on our shoulder not winning that League Team of the Year award. So we wanted to prove to everyone that we are one of the best teams at Fuel. So we will win everything. And that's a promise.
I love hearing that.
That is dedication right there, and you proved that tonight with a 2-0 sweep. We honestly, ye us of little faith, we did not expect Game 2 to actually go your favor. We are so sorry that we kind of doubted that. I feel like I have to apologize. I feel like, Fuel's going to lose.
I'm not
No
going to
worries.
apologize because I saw a Zeri with 6 items versus a Sivir with 3. And then the Zeri had Mercurial Scimitar and GA and Flash. And the only CC we had was a Flash, Renekton stun.
80 gap.
Hey, we
I
can
do
see
not
these
know how you
brackets
win
here.
that game.
Bot
But yeah,
gap.
we'll take a look at our bracket because we will, prove that he was right. It's been 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 for Fuel. Now, who are you expecting to you expecting to see Illini again, Illinois again in Grands, or have you taken a look
Jeez,
at the graphic at all?
I
Talking
really
about-
hope not. This is the second time we played them. First time was in the regular season.
Okay, that game doesn't count. I played.
That's okay, but it was still a really close series. That was 2-1, and we lost that one. So just get these guys out of here already. We don't want to play them anymore.
That's exactly it. That's very fair. Well, any closing comments you want to make, Josh? Any shout outs to your team? Anything?
We can save that for next stream.
Next
I'm
stream, I like
gonna
that.
be
I
back.
like that.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be back.
okay,
Don't
okay,
worry,
I like
don't
that.
worry.
True.
That's
He is
smart.
the only one we ever take to interview. But
Also, he interviews a lot of us too. So
yeah, both
it's
of
like,
us, both of
yeah.
our interviews are live.
He's an amazing interviewer. He's been around. You see him on camera a lot. He's just awesome. He's great to be around. And seriously,
Yeah,
you
I'll
do
save,
a lot.
I'll save my award/victory speech that I was planning for that night for our final stream.
Ooh, you had a speech?
But he thought he was winning.
Just a lot of thank yous, you know.
No,
But I'll save that for later.
that's fair.
And
Well,
we don't really have a stream schedule.
yeah, we don't have our schedule because none of the games. We're coming to the end, right? I think we just have you guys. We have, I think we'll probably have a stream Monday because we have 2 teams playing Monday. We have 2 of our TFT players, and I believe we also have a 3rd place match for R6 ACAD.
Okay.
So there's that. Otherwise, we may have some Rocket League throughout the week, and we might have we may see these league guys again. We'll see maybe if they don't stream it, if they don't want to play at 10 again. Let's get a 9 a.m. Let's get a 9 or an 8 p.m. game going, please.
Yes.
But that's make sure you follow all of our socials, Fanshawe Fuel everywhere, so you can keep up to date with all of our games and our teams. And maybe you can join one of these teams in the future, as league teams always needs more players. To be honest,
I'm gone after this, man.
Yeah, he's gone. We also currently, I think we have 3 top jungle subs on the team.
We can make it work.
I don't know how we chose only the same role,
we
but
always switch roles. It's okay. We can form new
make sure
players.
I've been Newt.
I've been Dragon.
And I'm Boo.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much.